For you to be able to build any kind of website, there are a few things you need to take into mind. One, you need an address where people can be able to visit you. You also need a hosting space where you can be able to house all the website files like pictures, text, fonts, and all the rest of them. So it needs a place to live in the cloud, and that is what we call hosting. So for you to be able to build any website, you need to have these two things in mind. One, the hosting space. Second, the domain name. Okay, that being said, we I want to let you know how you can be able to get all these things and then how you are going to go about it. Now, when we talk about a domain is just like your business address. Like if you have a physical shop, you need to give people your physical address where they can come and visit you. And then when you talk about your domain, there are a few things you need to consider before getting one. One, you have to get a domain that it is not difficult to remember. You have to get a domain that when people want to enter into it, they will not find it difficult to remember. So that is number one. And number two, you are going to get a domain that is very short. The search engine don't like the domain that is very long. You can't be, getting a domain that is up to 20 characters. That is very, very long. And it will be difficult for people to enter it when they want to visit your website. So your domain is supposed to be as short as possible, not more than 11 characters, okay? And not necessarily more than two words joined together. So your domain ought to be very short. Another thing you need to look at for is making sure that your domain is not misspelled. Misspelled. What I mean by that is when you are using busy, let busy be busy. Let it be spelled exactly BUXY. Remember, you can actually still do spell busy by just writing BU, maybe double Z and I. It will still be busy. So let it be that whatever you have told the people that your website name is, they should be able to put it into the search engine without thinking whether it is the right thing they are spelling. It could be a local name, but let it be spelled as it is pronounced. It will be easy for people to be able to get to your website. Okay? So now, having said that, when you want to get your hosting, is also another important thing we need to look out for. Your hosting is a place where all your website files lives in the cloud. And when you are getting one, you should get a hosting that will be suitable for what you are going to be doing. Okay? Now, there are some few factors that we need to consider before getting a hosting. One, when you are getting a hosting, it should be according to the kind of website or the size of the website you are building. Okay, so let's take for instance that we are building a website that is going to, be attracting 100 million visitors. We can't go and use the low price hosting plan. We have to get a plan that can be able to carry that capacity. Okay, so now when we talk about hosting, there are so many companies that offer hosting services. Okay, so the most popular one that we know around is GoDaddy. Okay, so GoDaddy is a hosting provider, and they also provide domains, though they are not the owners of the domain as per se. But on their platform, you can be able to get both hosting and domain at the same time. Okay, so now there are another one that is called Namecheap. Okay, Namecheap is also another popular hosting provider. Okay, we also have HostGator. Is also another hosting provider that we can use. And then we have the one that is called Only Web Host. Okay, so I want to just explain to us the reason why we need to use the one we need to use. Okay, and I'm particular about our country here in Nigeria. Because of the financial policies, there are so many online transactions that you cannot be able to pay with your dollar card. Okay, so let's take for instance, if we are going to buy from Namecheap, we are expected to pay in the US dollars, okay, or any other currency, but not in naira. So when you are trying to purchase from this company and you are using your Naira card, it will not work. You will find it very difficult to be able to make that purchase. Okay. So likewise goes Getter. So you can see their plans are in US dollars. Okay. So when we look at uh, GoDaddy, you can see that their plans are in also other currencies other than naira. Okay, you can see it. So when you want to make use of this platform, even if you get somebody to be able to buy it for you, okay, that have access to that or US cards or whatever card that is not Nigerian, when you want to renew, you always want to call that person and it will be, very, very inappropriate for you to be doing that. And so because of this experience, we decided to use uh, only web host. Web host is a reliable hosting platform that you can actually purchase your hosting using Naira card. Okay, so you can see it is all the um, packages are in Naira, so you can actually pay in Naira. And then the reason why we are also using it is because they are affordable and then also very reliable. So when you use their platform, your website works very, very well. Okay. So and also the reason why I'm saying that they are affordable is if you compare them, okay, so their starter plan is 15,000 naira. Okay, so let's compare them with other hosting platform. You can see this one is uh, 2.19 pounds. Okay. Okay, so if we look at it like this, if you times it by 12, which is the 12th month for the year, you will be getting about roughly maybe 26 or 27 pounds. And when you convert it to naira, it's almost 20 something thousand naira. The reason why I'm calling 20 something thousand naira is because remember, if you are going to pay on this platform using any other means outside naira card, you are going to be using the local black market conversion, and when you do that, it is going to take you up to 20 something thousand naira to be able to get this plan. Okay, and there is another thing you need to remember. They are giving you 48% discount for buying for the first time. Okay, so that means that when you are going to renew, okay, you are going to be renewing at around 78 pounds. Okay, that is about 70 something thousand naira. Okay, so you can see if you compare it to this 15,000 naira, you know that it is very cheap. Okay, so and there is another thing we need to consider when you are looking at the GoDaddy plan. You can see there is no SSL here included. in their starter plan. In fact, in all the plans, they do not include that SSL certificate. SSL certificate is what protect your site, and it also increase your credibility. When you are not using SSL certificate, you can see this padlock that is showing here. Your own will be crossed out, showing that it is not secured. And any site that you see is not secured, people will be afraid to visit that site because of hackers. Okay, so if you look at their plan, they are not including it. Okay, so if we say let us look at what it costs if we are trying to include it, because they are selling it separately. Okay, let's look at SSL certificates. If we come down, you can see that it is costing about £74. Okay, £74 per year, because this is just the first year, which is £50. Okay, so if you are renewing, it's going to be £74. Okay, so if you add £74 to your £78 that they are hosting for starter course, so you see that you are paying almost £150. And when you join those two together, that means your basic hosting will be costing about above 100,000 naira. Okay, and compare it to this one, you know that it is as if they are just giving you for almost free. Okay, so when we also look at Namecheap, okay, so we go to their hosting and share hosting. Excuse me. Okay, so when you load up, we will look at it, you will see that it's almost the same thing. Okay, and also HostGator. Okay, so but when you look at um the only web host, this SSL certificate is included for you. Okay, free SSL. Okay, so these are just what we need to consider when we are making a purchase. Okay, so and in this tutorial we are going to be using only web host. Okay, in order for us to be able to understand what we are going to do. Okay, so now that being said, when we want to get this hosting, the only thing we need to do is when we come to this platform, we go to web hosting services and click on cloud hosting. Okay, when you click on cloud hosting, you can come down to the plan and click on the whichever plan that you want to order. Okay, so you can click on the one you want to order, and now it will present you a place where you can be able to enter the domain you wish to use for the website. Okay, so now if you enter the domain, let's say um, choicenet, okay, so let's search, we'll check. You can see that choicenet.com is unavailable. Okay, so now let's just say choicenet, um let's just put refigure choicenet 360, or let's say choicenet dot net. Research, you can see choicenet.net is available. Okay, so let's assume that it is choicenet.net that we are going to be using. Okay, we can just click on continue. Okay, now it will bring you to present you the total amount that you are going to be paying for everything. So you can look at it here is 24,000. So 15,000 is for your hosting, and then 9,000 naira is for the domain. So that means what you are going to be renewing annually is 24,000 naira. So that is very, very affordable. Okay. So now if you are okay with everything, you can click on checkout. Okay. So when you click on checkout, it will present you where you can be able to enter your details. Okay. You fill in these forms. Okay. And once you are done, okay, you click on complete order. Okay. So once you click on complete order, there will be an email that will be sent to you. So those emails will contain the details of your hosting. So you will see your cPanel details, and then be able to log into your cPanel. Okay, so this is how you make your purchase on this platform, on the web host. Okay, and also other platforms that you might wish to use is almost the same thing. Okay, so even if you come to let's say Nmchip, you just go to their hosting and choose a package. Okay, you click on get started. Okay, so once you do that, it will present you a place where you can choose your domain. Okay, if it is new or existing domain. So if it is new, then you will now click on this place and then search for the domain name. Okay, you can see search for the domain name. So once you do that, you can add it to cart, and then you will be able to get your uh, hosting. Okay, so once that is done, you have two options to in order to be able to access your cPanel. Okay, you can do that through coming to this place and clicking on client area. Okay, client area will be able to give you a place where you can be able to go to your account and then you log in. Okay, when you log in, you are going to input the email address and the password you use when you were purchasing the hosting and the domain. So it will take you to your client area. There you can be able to access your cPanel, or maybe see other things that you want to configure. Okay, so the other one is going straight to your cPanel. Okay, your cPanel is you can go get to your cPanel like we purchased choicenet uh, .net. Okay, so you just add slash cPanel. Okay, so once you do this, is going to take you straight to your cPanel where you can be able to log in. As you can see, it will not go because we didn't actually make that purchase. Okay, so but if I change it to choicenetng.com, which is my actual domain, okay, you can see it will take me to the cPanel. You can see it. So I will just enter the cPanel username that was sent to my email at the point of purchase. Okay, and then the password that was also generated and sent to my email, and I will be able to go into my cPanel. Okay, so that is how you make your purchase and then also access your cPanel when when you want to build a website. So you have to first of all get your domain. After getting your domain and your hosting, before you can be able to start building the website. Okay, so in the next video I am going to be taking you through on how to make use of your cPanel. I'm going to be walking you through your cPanel and then tell you what and what that you need to pay attention when you access your cPanel. Okay, so see you in the next video.